All right, let's dive in. Today, we're taking a word you probably use all the time, and we're going to put it under a microscope to see just how much power it's really packing. And that word is value.
So right off the bat, I want you to just think about that for a second. How many different ways can you personally use the word value? Maybe you can think of 2, maybe 3. Well, as you're about to see, its incredible flexibility is exactly what makes it so important.
First up, let's talk about value as a noun. As a thing, something an object, an idea, or even a person can have. This is the version you're probably most familiar with, but trust me, it's got some really fascinating layers.
Okay, so on the most basic level, value is all about worth. It can be super straightforward, like how much money something costs. But it can also be about its importance or how useful it is. And that's where things start to get really interesting.
Just look at the incredible range we've got here. On one hand, you can put a very specific price on something. You can say, the value of this food is $100. It's tangible, it's concrete. But then, in the very next breath, you can use that exact same word to talk about something profound. Human life has very much value. You can't put a price on that. From a price tag to a philosophy, all packed into one little word.
But wait, there's more. What happens when we make it plural? Values. Suddenly, the meaning does a complete 180. We're not talking about external worth anymore. Now, it's about our internal compass, our personal principles, the ideas we hold about what's good and what really matters.
And this phrase just nails it. When we say someone has strong values, we're not talking about their stock portfolio, right? We're talking about their character, their integrity, their morals. It's a totally different kind of thing to have, but it's just as important. Okay, so we've covered value as something you have. Now let's flip the script and look at value as something you do. We're shifting gears from a noun to a verb, from a state of being to an actual action.
So as a verb, to value pretty much splits into 2 main jobs. The first one is all about emotion. It's an act of appreciation. And the second is more analytical. It's an act of assessment. Let's break them both down.
So, that first action is all about appreciation. When you say something like, I value your help, you're not putting a price on it. You're showing gratitude, you're showing respect. You're basically saying, this is important to me, and I don't want to lose it. It's an action that comes from the heart.
Then you've got the other side of the coin, to assess. This is the more calculating, logical side of the verb. When you hear an expert say, they've valued it at $600, they're making a judgment call. They're estimating, they're appraising, they're putting a specific monetary worth on something. This is an act of the mind.
So let's recap. We've got value as monetary worth, as personal principles, as an act of appreciation, and as an act of assessment. That's 4 huge ideas in one word. So why are we focusing so much on this one? Well, this is the big reveal. There's a very, very special reason this word is such a powerhouse.
Take a look at this number, 850. What in the world could 850 have to do with the word value? It's not a price, it's not some random year, it's a count. A count of something absolutely essential for clear communication.
And here it is. The word value is one of only 850 words on something called the Basic English List. This is a specially chosen set of words, a foundational vocabulary that's powerful enough to express almost any idea.
So, what's the big deal? Well, being on this list means that value is considered an absolutely essential building block of the English language. I mean, think about it. With this one word, you can talk about the economy, you can talk about morality, relationships, art, the whole shebang. It covers everything from price to principles. That incredible range is exactly why it made the cut. It's like a linguistic multi-tool.
So there you have it. We've seen how value can be a noun and a verb, concrete and abstract, a price tag, and a deeply held principle. It's a true cornerstone of the language that lets us talk about some of our most fundamental ideas. And that brings us to the final thought, and it brings it all back to you. After everything we've talked about, with all the different things this one little word can mean, what do you value? Is it something you can put a price on, or is it a principle you try to live by? Is it something you have, or something you do? It's definitely something worth thinking about. Thanks for tuning in.